Hey Lily, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm so happy to have you, and I can't wait to show you guys how I created this beautiful set of nails. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. This is what my nails look like before, and this is what they look like after. So all I did was remove some product with my pan of 5-in-1 bit, and I added some tips because I wanted length. So for today's set, I'm going to be using the Dynamic Nail Supply Ruby Flakes, my Mia Secret Cover Beige, which at this point is like an essential to me. And I'm also going to be using my Savvyland Gel Paints. And here I'm just looking for a red that kind of matches with the Ruby Flakes because I don't want anything to look a little bit out of place. So to be honest, these nails were only a couple days in. As you can see, I barely have any growth. But I wanted to change up the set, so instead of soaking them off and starting from scratch, I decided to just add tips. And I'm just going in with my sanding band on the lowest speed, making sure I'm blending in my tips, and I'm going over my area of growth. And once I've done that, I'm going to be going in with my Mia Secret Dehydrator and 2 coats of the Mia Secret Primer. And that's the only primer I use, along with the Young Nails primer, which I really enjoy using as well. In today's video, I tried to use a different angle for you guys, but eventually I ended up switching back to my original angle because the foam was practically in my face. But getting into this application process, what I like to do once I've had my 2 coats of primer applied, what I like to do is go in with a very thin layer of clear acrylic. And it came in a big bottle or a big jar, so what I did was I just stored it in these Dollar Tree containers, and I apply a thin layer of acrylic because just in case my client wants to like touch her hair or like go through their bag or use their phone, they can do that because I've applied a layer of thin clear acrylic compared to when I just leave their nails prepped and out in the open and they start touching things, you know, that's gonna cause lifting. So basically I just put a thin layer of clear acrylic just to secure the nails, and that way I can go about my application process with my normal timing. I'm just going in with this pretty glitter acrylic from Dynamic Nail Supply, and this is probably the 3rd time that I've used it. And I'm just packing that color on, but once I get closer to the tip of the nail, I'm just being mindful that I don't want to cover my whole tip in glitter acrylic because I want to give it more of a see-through look and a glass kind of look. And the way that I achieve that, it's by encapsulating my nail with clear acrylic. But here's the thing, your acrylic needs to be on the wet/runny side, because if not, your nail won't really look as clear or as see-through. And I just want that crystal clear look. No pun intended though, because this acrylic is from Nail Supply Glamour and it's called Crystal Clear. So I'm just encapsulating my nail and building my thickness and building my apex to my liking. Moving into this Cover Beige color, I'm just starting at the tip like I always do, and once I have my bead placed, I blend it upward with the rest of the nail, and I kind of just pat my acrylic down because what that's gonna do, it just basically levels out my acrylic for me. And also keeping my finger pointed at a downward position, that also helps level out my acrylic very naturally and evenly. And I'm just making sure to constantly wipe my sides, that way my filing time doesn't take me so long, and I'm making sure to keep my cuticle area clean, that way I barely experience any type of lifting. this is what we're looking like at the end of our application and without filing. And this is what we're looking like after we use our e-file and our hand file. I'm going to be going over my glitter nail with Valentino's top coat. And as for my beige nails, I'll be going over them with some matte top coat. And just to remind you guys, always make sure you are buffing the nail before applying any type of polish, because if not, your polish will chip. So if you're experiencing any type of chipping when it comes to hand painting nail art, just make sure you are buffing the nails good enough. So beginning this nail art process, I'm just going in with this beautiful red color, and as you can see, it's pretty opaque, and I'm just creating a solid red nail. I'm gonna cure that for 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna go over it with some matte top coat as well. Getting into this French, the easiest way I find to hand paint my French nails is by creating a horizontal line where I want my French to be, and then I draw lines coming down from my sidewalls into that horizontal line that I created. And that leaves you with a perfect outline, but the only thing, you guys see those corners, right? So you just want to go in with your brush and kind of smooth out those corners and get you that perfect U shape that we're going for. And once I'm done with my outline, I fill it in, and I left the white part shiny and the nude part I left it matte. And honestly, you guys, I've fallen in love with doing hand painted French nails, because before I used to be all about acrylic French nails, but now I just really enjoy hand painting French nails, and I like how they come out. Because I kid you not, when I first started, I was like, I don't know how they do those hand painted French nails, like I don't think I'll ever get there. But I'm here now with a little bit of practice, a lot of practice actually, and I just love how they come out. But stay tuned, because I definitely want to put out a video where I'm doing all acrylic French nails. So now moving into the sweater nails but hearts edition. Let me tell you guys, this took me so long. I was close to saying I'm done, but I pushed through it, because honestly, hearts look so easy, but this whole thing just taught me, like, you have to do what works for you. You have to do what works for you. I tried many different methods. I tried doing the lines first, I tried doing the hearts first, I tried doing everything from different angles, but eventually I just had to keep pushing and find out what worked for me. And the only thing that worked for me was basically using a small dotting tool, drawing 2 dots as the start, and then connecting them with a V. And the other thing that worked for me is what you guys see me doing here in this video, which is like I'm starting off with one side of the heart and then I'm doing the other side, and it was just a whole process, but we got through it. And since it was difficult for me, I had to pour my acrylic and cure, and then move on to the next part of the nail art. That way, if I had to erase anything, I could simply do it instead of erasing the whole thing and starting over. I know in a lot of videos, people say, like, when you're doing this type of nail art, you know, don't pour the sugar, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Don't pour the clear acrylic until you are done with your design. But for difficult ones, like you see me doing here, I'm pouring my clear acrylic, curing it, and then I'm moving on to a different section and working on something else. Because that way, if you need to remove something, you can simply do it without worrying that you're gonna get rid of all of your hard work and previous nail art. And while my paint is still wet, I'm just going over it with some clear acrylic, and I'll be curing that for 60 seconds. And just to make my nail art look a bit more detailed and realistic, I added these lines coming in, and they came out so cute, and I made sure to add them on both sides. And for the bow, I honestly cannot get it on video because I needed a photo reference and I was using my phone to record. So you guys are going to see me go over it, but I just thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. leave a like, comment, and hit the subscribe button because I'm coming to you guys with more videos. Follow me on my socials on TikTok and Instagram because I like to interact with you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great holiday break, a great Christmas, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.